Hi, Anaheim. This is Karen Russell, Skyping in the past. I just figured out I'm quite a Luddite, so it's taken me a while to figure out how to get this setup going on the computer. Unfortunately, I guess obviously, I couldn't be present with you all in Anaheim tonight, and I would have loved to be, not least because Anaheim is near theme park country, and I'm from Florida, the other Sunshine State, which I know Russell Banks knows a thing or two about, and it would have been some interesting cultural anthropology to be there with you guys tonight. Please forgive this setup. I just bought this dorky headset. I feel like how embarrassing. One of those PBS telethon, asking for a donation operators. And I have just a little speech prepared, just in case genre speech. And it's going to look like I have some kind of lazy eye because I have to read it on the side of the computer. So here we go. Um, I am thrilled and extremely honored to be a finalist for the inaugural Carnegie Medal of Excellence for Fiction, alongside two writers who are true forces of nature, Russell Banks and Ann Enright. I've been told that I used up my lifetime quota of exclamation marks in Swamplandia, so I'm giving myself an emergency loan because it's necessary to use a whole quiver of them to send a huge exclamatory, wildly grateful thank you to the American Library Association, the Carnegie Foundation, Nancy Pearl, and the Carnegie Selection Committee for their support of our books and of serious readers and writers of fiction. The Carnegie Medal directed me to some of my favorite books as a young adult, and I know that I would not be a writer today if it weren't for librarians and libraries. In fact, almost every writer I know became a writer in their public library. Heaven would be a library, I have a character in my book say, and Swamplandia was written and revised at the New York Public Library on 42nd Street, where those big stone lions gave it a kind of legitimacy, I felt, and it really felt like working in a giant serene brain. So it does feel like coming full circle to share the spotlight with Russell Banks and Ann Enright on a list chosen by librarians. How wonderful that this award exists for adult fiction now. My good friend, the poet Maureen McLean, refers to her favorite books as seas to make a self in. I became a self in the Coral Gables Public Library. Every transformative journey that I took as a young adult occurred between pages. And librarians were kindred spirits. Their book recommendations made me feel personally understood at a time when I felt invisible to many other adults. At the Coral Gables Library, the staff had an almost occult sense of what each reader was bound to benefit from and enjoy. So I'm glad that this award exists not just to recognize writers, but also librarians. To award these passionate readers and life changers and true connoisseurs of books. And to be on a short list chosen by that discriminating bunch is an honor that feels better than anything I can squeeze into this tiny camera lens. In today's modern cacophony, we're all hostages to such relentless noise. To advertisers, our slave driving handheld devices. To the internet and television, it can be overwhelming. A book recommendation from a librarian remains such a purely good thing. And there is no better example of a truly democratic institution in our country than a library. It's been a sanctuary for millions of readers at every stage of life to come of age. Thank God for librarians who know that reading is not mere escapism, but a fundamental practice for becoming a person with dimensions, and that books are portable orchestras, pocket cosmos, deep seas in which to swim and make a self. So one last huge thank you from this glamorous hotel room in Munich to all of you. For me, getting to be a part of this prize is like rocket fuel. It really was a jolt of encouragement when I needed it, and a wonderful inducement to continue writing. So all of the alligators are bellowing over here. Thank you guys for taking a book about a family of alligator wrestlers seriously, and for taking adult fiction so seriously, and for this incredible thing that you are doing for literature, for readers and writers everywhere. I really appreciate it deeply, and I'm raising a big stein to you all over here in Germany. I hope you have a fantastic night, and thank you for making my whole life. Thank you. Bye.